Hi and welcome to the Zone.
We're back again.
This is the Fantasy Football Zone, your home
for everything fantasy football.
Hi and welcome along to the Zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone, your home for everything fantasy football. Welcome, Aluvi. How are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing good, man. First of all, just introduce yourself to the FFZ audience. Let them know who you are, which team you support.
Yeah. So, hi, FPL Zone, man. Footballers. I'm a Luvi, and I'm a Man City fan. Yeah, a big Man City fan.
Good. We have a Manchester City fan now on the show. We've had Chelsea fans before, Man United fans. Now we have a Manchester City fan. It's good to have you here, and I'm looking forward to the show. This is the Gameweek 4 review show. You know, this is where we're just going to be talking about everything Gameweek 4. I want to just talk about the fixtures, and the results and how they went down. Talk about some of the surprise packages. We want to also just bring up, what is going down in the FPL world. There's a lot of red cards that just came out on this weekend. A lot of red arrows, especially for me. Want to just see that and so much more, discussing some of the top players. This is going to be a very exciting show. So, let's just dive straight into it. Let's look at how the results went down for the weekend. We had some very interesting games. First things first, that Crystal Palace Tottenham game. Of course, it was a really tight match, until the red card came in and Tanganga, just gave away a very silly red card, and that's how Tottenham, just went 3-0 down in a matter of minutes and not of time. Of course, some of us who had Spurs assets, I had Tanganga in my team. But anyways, it is what it is. Arsenal, we got our first points right there, very interesting, to just see, of course, that against Norwich, and of course, very interesting game, a lot of chances created, but still just only one goal in the season for Arsenal. And Brentford vs Brighton, very exciting game. Still another clean sheet to Brighton as well against Brentford. Very, very, very interesting. And now our feature match. This is where I want to bring you in, Aluvi. Our feature match, Leicester vs Manchester City. So our feature match for Game Week 4. And, of course, we're anticipating Manchester City to do something good. But Leicester City weren't a knockover, But I want to hear your thoughts on the same, Aluvi. What were your thoughts on this match?
My thoughts on this. Okay, first of all, I really expected a lot of goals. Yeah, I expected a lot of goals.
They should have been, though.
Yeah. The form that Man City is in right now, I really expected a lot of goals. And also Leicester, the Vardy against Pep teams.
That's right.
Vardy has scored. He's the top scorer in against Pep teams. So I really expected a lot of goals, but yeah, I personally watched the game. It should have gone like the way we expected it to go, but brilliant saves from Schmeichel. People like Gabriel Jesus were not that clinical. So yeah, so basically yeah, so that's what happened. But the game was
Mm,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a wake up call for Man City. Yeah,
yeah.
we need to yeah to be
I,
creative.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, and yeah, and again, I mean, Leicester really gave a lot of problems as well to City. As well, you could also just see there's also Vardy, of course, had that offside goal ruled out. And also when he was still a menace. So yeah, definitely very interesting game. Of course, let's just look at the rest of the fixtures. Cristiano Ronaldo is back to the Premier League and back with a bang. I mean, what do you think about his reintroduction to the Premier League?
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a goal scoring machine. Okay. Personally, I'm a Messi fan, but Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, he's a goal scoring machine. And FPL, you need to choose players who are consistent in scoring goals, assists. So yeah, you
Yeah,
can't choose those players because they are not okay. Because you can't just put off players because they are of your rival team. Yeah. So
yeah.
personally, I think Ronaldo is going to be in my team next time. Yeah, because I see no doubt in him being the top scorer. It's either him
Yeah.
or Lukaku. Because yeah,
Okay.
the mechanism that is behind
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Lukaku, yeah, it's a very well structured team. Manchester
Yeah.
United look like players like Paul Pogba. Chelsea we look at players like Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech. They're creative players. So
Yep.
Lukaku and Ronaldo, it's going to go down the line. Yeah, but I really think Ronaldo has the capability of edging Lukaku up because of the experience and yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, yeah, true, true. I mean, they really took each other up in the Serie A, and of course, when we look at just that game in itself against Newcastle, he was just a fox in the box. He was just picking up everything, and it's new. It's actually not just about him, and he's running about. It's more about his positioning in the game, him waiting for the balls in the right places at the right moments, picking up those balls and just hitting them just in the back of the net. It bounces off the keeper and then, he's just right there. So I think he's such a brilliant player even at 36. So, I mean, it's so interesting to just see him. And of course, we're going to talk about our teams later on and just see how and some of the things that we're thinking about just even after game week 4. But yeah, very interesting game. 4-1 Man United slapped Newcastle up. I mean, you couldn't change that. The atmosphere was really good. A very underwhelming game. West Ham versus Southampton. Underwhelming for us Antonio owners. Very crazy. He got a red card as well. Giving us minus points. But anyways, we move on. And Watford versus Wolves. Wolves getting, of course, their first win of the season. Very good win against Watford, 2-0. And, of course, not from the players we anticipated, the Jimenez and Traore to give us the points. But, they came from, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Is it Wang or something? Wang. But yeah, don't disrespect to him at all. But yeah, and lastly that day we had Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Of course, Lukaku banging in the goals. Maybe I'd love for you to just comment on that, Aluvi.
Lukaku. I think Lukaku. The last time he was in the Premier League,
Yeah,
he was playing at Manchester United. I think he wasn't a matured striker. He
yeah,
wasn't that mature. He wasn't that clinical. But even before he moved to Chelsea, he made a statement and said that Inter is where he has matured, and
yep,
you can see it's reflecting on the Premier League right now.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
same Premier League, but he's on a different team, Chelsea, and yeah, he's really scoring goals. He has only played 2 games and he has 3 goals. So yeah, we are in for a feast, man. We are in for a feast. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough season. Yeah, and I really think Lukaku is a good option because when you look at his statistics, he rarely goes for injuries, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's a good option. He's a good option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Lukaku definitely, tearing up that game. But of course, also Kovacic had a very good game. Had a goal and an assist as well. Bossed that midfield. Of course, Saul Niguez came in and, I think the tempo of the Premier League as well took him by surprise. But Chelsea was dominant against Aston Villa. Of course, Aston Villa gave them a push in the first half, but I think they were well-deserved winners of that game, of course. And yeah. I mean, that's how, of course, that Chelsea game looked like. And, Lukaku was a beast. Lukaku was a beast, definitely.
And
Just took,
and Mark,
ripped the, but yeah.
we can't leave that game without mentioning Edward Mendy.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah.
really
No,
played a brilliant
true,
game.
true, true, true.
Yeah.
Legend. That guy's good.
Chelsea keeping that clean sheet, yeah, it was no joke. It
Yeah.
was no. I watched that
No,
game,
true.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Edward Mendy, he's world class. He's world class, no
Very
doubt.
world class. Those guys,
Right.
I mean, that was a steal of a buy and a bargain for a keeper. And he really
Yeah,
saved them in that game. I agree with you. I agree with you.
yeah,
Saving some really clear shots. Anyways,
yeah.
of course, just jumping over to Liverpool, of course, and Liverpool, of course, getting that 3-0 victory against Leeds. Many, of course, expected a Liverpool win, but I think Leeds tried in the first half, but Liverpool was just so dominant. Salah getting his 100th goal for Liverpool. Mane getting, I think, his 99th goal as well. Mane missed a lot of chances. We're going to talk about Salah versus Mane in the course of the show. But yeah, of course, very interesting game. Clean sheet as well for Liverpool owners. Trent assist and all those kind of good things that came from that game. There's one more game that's yet to be played at the time of recording for this video. That's the Everton vs Burnley game, of course. That has happened. That's happening, just the night of recording. But yeah, let's just move on straight into now, just how we performed. I want to just go straight to you, Aluvi, and just see. First of all, you're going to explain to us how on earth did you get the points that you got. So let's, as we can see, just explain to us in a good nutshell. In a good nutshell, how do you get 39 points? How, just brief us, brief the nation
Man,
of FPL.
hey, hey, it was a wake up call to me, man. It was a wake up call. Hey, to me, getting 39 points in a game week where the average is around 58, and there's
Yeah,
one. Hey,
yeah,
yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to bear up with. But when you look at my team, I really expected Ashley Young to play for Aston Villa.
yep,
He never played. He never showed up because he is an experienced player. He can deliver assists. He scores goals. So I really knew that he would play. But shock on me, he never played. I expected him to play as a manager, but no. Then in my midfield, I've really invested a lot in my midfield. When you look
yeah,
at my midfield, I've really invested a lot. And a player like Mason Mount, whom I
mm-hmm.
expect to be Mason
Starting,
Mount is a name that I expect in every startup sheet that
yeah,
in or his name
yeah,
should appear there. So I was really shocked. I was really shocked that Mason Mount never played. So when you look at teams like Man City and Chelsea, they really have a deep squad.
yeah,
So their depth, the squad depth, you know, there's a lot of competition.
that's
The
right.
game is on, yeah. So even stars never show up to play in such teams when you need them most. You see,
Yeah,
so Mason Mount, it was a huge disappointment. He never played. I really expected him to really help me during this game week, but he never played. People like Grealish, yeah, he's a creative player. I watched the game. He could have had more assists if players like Gabriel Jesus were clinical enough to score the goals, score the assists. Yeah, that Grealish was giving to them, but they wasted it. So yeah, players like Grealish, Tillemans, Tillemans. I didn't expect a lot from him because he was facing a tough side, Manchester City. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never expected a lot from him. But when you look at my bench, I don't invest so much in my bench, so I
Yeah.
couldn't bench him. Yeah, and when
Yeah.
you look at Jota, the form that he was in the first two games, I think he scored in both games. So Jota, I really expected him to play a wonderful game, but he never. I think how Leeds play. I think Jota, but he had chances. I watched the game. He had chances, but he wasn't that clinical. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
In my front, mhm,
no. Just carry on.
in my in my front two, Bamford and Antonio. Yeah, I really had high hopes on Antonio. In fact, I had captained him. I changed my mind like just
Very
minutes
wise
before the
decision. Very wise decision.
minutes before the deadline. I just decided to captain Salah because I knew the Leeds and Liverpool game there are going to be a lot of goals. So I really thought hard. But hey, thank God I didn't captain him because if I had captained him, I don't know. Hey, I don't know how many points I would be
Minus
having
two.
right now. Hey man, that's a huge blow. And
Yeah.
Bamford this season he's not consistent, so I really need to revise this team and yeah maybe come up with a better team. So yeah, the season is still young. Yeah,
Yeah.
we still have several match weeks to come. So I really hope that I'll come back. Kabali, I'll finish in front of you. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Of course, you've tried to explain to us how you got 39 points.
Yeah.
This on the zone, the banter definitely continues on, and you never survive banter if you have a bad and poor game week. I also did have red arrows, but I mean, I think yours were really pretty tough. I think your team really needs a bit of clinic, clinic clinicking.
Yeah.
I'm not too different. You really need to do some surgery in the, of course, for especially for your bench, because now you see you have players like Tillemans who you can't rotate. In case of anything, I see like Young is not playing. I mean, probably you're considering, I don't know, playing a wild card. I don't know.
Yeah. In fact, I've activated it. My current team is not this team. I
Okay,
really had
okay.
to. I really had to because when you look at the team, I only
Yeah.
have one free transfer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
hey, the whole team is
yeah.
in a mess. Antonio, yeah, and Antonio. People like Walker, I never thought so hard about this team. People like Walker, yeah, Pep keeps on rotating and shuffling his team. So
That's
people
right.
like Walker, I'm not sure of their startups.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really need to reshuffle this squad and yeah, maybe it's high time I redeem myself. Yeah, I must
Okay,
redeem
okay.
myself.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, good luck on the redeeming journey. I
yeah.
mean, I also didn't perform too well myself, but let's just have a look at my team, and just see, how my game week 4 was. Of course, from the image, it just says it all. That I was devastated by this game week, especially in my team. I had two red cards. Let's just start from those two red cards. Those
That,
are standouts,
yeah,
minus
that's tough.
3 from Tanganga, Antonio -1. But I got
Mhm.
58 points at the end of it all. I mean, I think I just threw it all in, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just have a back five, and actually change from Son. I removed Son out of my team because of the injury, and brought in now Marcus Alonso and Jota. As anticipating, especially in, Jota to start, especially because of that hamstring injury by that Firmino is carrying. But I mean, I still didn't get any results, of course, from him. But the likes of Ben White came through, Shaw came through, Sanchez, the keeper, came through. Actually, those are the guys who saved my game week. And Trent, of course, never disappoints. Got me 12 points. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Of course, Fernandes right there getting me a good 8 points. Had of course a good game. Didn't create a lot, as well as we're gonna see just even shortly in terms of his stats. But and then Jota, of course, there, and Ings didn't do nothing. I didn't have an option. I just saw why I benched Rafinha is because he's He's playing a Liverpool side. I didn't anticipate them to just do anything against Liverpool. I think Liverpool is just so good defensively and definitely was slapped 3-0. Of course, they got the red card to strike. That of course just killed their game plan and Liverpool just tore them apart. And then of course my captain Salah getting the points, 8 points, at least help me catch up and just be at par with or somewhere close to the Ronaldo owners because I was just worried that now that I had to take Son out, I couldn't bring in Ronaldo, so I had to change my decisions at that specific point. But this brings me to my next conversation that I want to just, of course, I got 58 points. Very, not a bad, yeah, I'm still in the top 190K in worldwide. So, not too bad out of 8 million people, players in fantasy football. So, yeah, that's how my team shaped up. I don't know, Aluvi, if there's anything you'd have to comment about this team.
Yeah, your team is good, but you really risked a
Yeah.
lot in putting the five defenders. I think defenders don't get as much point as midfielders and the forwards. Okay,
That's right.
basically that's why you're just an average. You're an average manager this game week, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good performance. It was wise, despite the two red cards, the
Yep.
Tanganga and Antonio. But the team is generally okay. But I would urge you to really invest in your midfield,
Yep.
and the forwards rather,
Yeah, that's
because
right.
when you look at the managers, the top managers this game week, they are managers who have either many midfielders or like three strikers. So yeah,
Yeah, no,
but
that's
it's a
that's
good
that's
game.
true. That's
Yeah,
true. I mean, as I told you, I wanted to bring in Roro like everyone else. I wanted to jump onto that bandwagon. What happened is I had to take out Son, and I didn't want to take a hit. So the injury of Son is what changed my mind altogether. I had to change the game plan, go bring in Marcus Alonso and then Jota. But also it helped me ship out Simicas because now Simicas is not playing. But now that I have at least like zero point 0.7 in my bank, at least I'm now thinking through the options. Of course, I'm just assessing how to go about it. And of course, this now brings me into our next conversation that we want to now compare Ronaldo, of course, having a very good start to his being back to the Premier League. I want to compare Ronaldo now to, of course, this is the talk. Who should we get? Which top forward should we just bring in? Is it Ronaldo? Is it Lukaku? Is it Kane? But let's just see how Ronaldo performed first of all in his first game, right? Very very interesting game. Of course, he played the full 90 minutes. Um, some people were speculating that he could probably not start. Yeah, we have some very brilliant stats here from Fantasy Football Hub. Courtesy of Fantasy Football Hub. Thanks for coming through with these stats. Have some good Opta stats here, and we just love to just look at how he performed against Newcastle. He he was mostly just in the box, just that fox in the box. But let's see his for his price tag. He's 12.5 of course, and this is his first game. He had 6 shots, two on target, and both of them were goals. He had 5 shots in the box, so that tells you that he's basically just around the box. He had two big chances, just right there for him, and we can clearly see that Ronaldo is more of a goal scorer than an assister just from the first game because his goal involvement, his expected assists are quite low compared to his expected goals. His XG is 1 and his XA is 0 0.2. So definitely he came in, of course, bagged 13 points, took all the 3 bonus points, of course, and everyone wants to bring him in. I mean, do you think is this a wise decision, Aluvi? Should we still just jump onto Ronaldo right now, or should we wait?
I think with the fixtures that Man United have at the moment, it's the right time. It's the right time to go for Ronaldo
Yeah.
because Yeah, he's a goal scoring machine. Yeah, he's a goal scoring machine, and yeah, I have no doubt that he'll really give managers a lot of points this season. Yeah, FPL managers, you're in for a ride. Yeah, but you have to sacrifice a lot. He's worth 12.5 million.
Yeah.
But I think he's worth it. I think he's worth it. And yeah, I think it's a wise move if someone will opt to have him now rather than later, because I really think I saw the fixtures of Man United around. I think it was around December. I'm not that sure, but it was a tough fixture. It was a tough
Yeah.
fixture. So
Yeah.
I think right now, with the form that he is in and the fixtures that Man United have, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, he'll offer too much points to managers. So yeah, it's really a wise move to pick Ronaldo right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Of course, just ride with the wave. And Ronaldo has the tendency of, which is still okay. You need to score against the small teams. He has a tendency of scoring against the lower teams, and as much as possible. So, yeah, definitely. Of course, if you can get him in, I think what Aluvi is saying is let's just get him in. Just jump onto it now. But now the price we are considering 12.5, and now I want to talk about another high priced forward, and that is Lukaku, right? Lukaku is 11.5 at the moment. I mean, of course, he's had a very good start. He's played 3 games so far, of course, in the season, but he's had a good start. And this specific game against Aston Villa, he scored, of course, his first goal at the Stamford Bridge ever, which was really a highlight for him. You could even just see it from the celebration that he had, of course, just there at the bridge. And just his stats alone, of course, played the 90 minutes, had 2 shots. Still those 2 shots were on target. But you can see Chelsea don't create very many chances, but very, very clinical. 2 shots, 2 shots on target, 2 shots in the box, and 2 goals for Lukaku. I mean, what more would you ask of your striker? And of course, he's 11.6 million at the moment, not 11.5, as I had mentioned. And I mean, does he offer great value? And does he offer great value for you, compared to Ronaldo? Because there are many managers out here, including myself. I'm just asking myself, should it be Ronaldo or should it be Lukaku, or for this time and period, and especially for the point 0.9 difference in price?
Yeah. Oh, okay. According to me, actually, how I see them both, I really think Ronaldo is the better option. He's really the better option because when I said earlier, Lukaku is playing for Chelsea, and Chelsea have a very deep squad. You see, I really think he won't appear as much as Ronaldo will appear because of the Champions League and the in-depth of the squad that Chelsea have. You see, they have strikers like Timo Werner, uh, Kai Havertz. Yeah, you see, so though Lukaku is the main man, but I think there's some games that Tuchel won't rather risk having Lukaku in the game and maybe the fatigue. There's a lot of games coming ahead. So I really think that Ronaldo will appear in, if not all, the Premier League games for Manchester United, just like most of the games. Because, first of all, he's competing for the Golden Boot. And I think
But
looking
Lukaku
at
is, though. Lukaku is still also competing for the Golden
yeah,
Boot.
yeah, yeah. I can't run away from that fact. But when you see Ronaldo, the teams he has gone to or where he has been, yeah, he has that say. I can say it's a say or the say the
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like he can basically just say that I want to play,
influence.
and no one
Yeah,
can
yeah,
no
the
one can really
influence.
dispute that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the influence. But you see, looking at Lukaku and Chelsea, as I've said, they really have a deep squad, and I think in terms of appearance, Ronaldo will edge out Lukaku, giving him an advantage of having the golden boot. And also Lukaku, I can't write Lukaku off. Lukaku is a clinical striker. You have seen from the statistics. Two shots, 2 goals. That's 100% conversion rate. So
Yeah.
they're all good strikers. They're all good strikers. They're all good strikers.
Yeah.
But I would rather go for Ronaldo
Yeah.
than Lukaku because
Mm.
of the not okay. Yeah, I will be disadvantaged in terms of the price, but I really think that Ronaldo will have more goals than
Yeah.
Lukaku. Though you
Okay.
never know, you never know. That's just my opinion. It's
Yeah.
not how it's going to be, but I
Okay.
really think Ronaldo is a better option than Lukaku. Yeah, because when
Okay.
you look at Manchester United playing, like all players want to pass the ball to Ronaldo. Like
Yeah,
there's
he's like the focal point there.
yeah, he's the focal point of the team. I saw the game against Newcastle. Like Fernandes, when he has the ball, he tries to see where Ronaldo is, and he's good in the air.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is a fantastic player in the headers and stuff. So yeah, I really think that the influence that Ronaldo has really puts him slightly above Lukaku. But
Okay. 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 I mean, very good
both of them are
options,
good
of
strikers,
course.
and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Manchester United
yeah.
having a lot of forwards, of course, as well. That's also something to consider. So, yeah. I mean, just also drop us some comments just down there below and just let us know Ronaldo or Lukaku. Will this debate will never get over, and unless I don't know, something just happens, something historical happens. So this debate, I think, is just gonna go on all season long. So just drop us there in the comment. Why do you think Ronaldo is better than or Lukaku or vice versa as well? And I mean, this just moves on to just Bruno Fernandes as well because many people want to move Bruno Fernandes, um, out of their teams and bring in Ronaldo. But you see, we could still see that Bruno Fernandes still could produce points. However, I was a bit underwhelmed that by now his involvement in the box. Yes, he had 5 shots. How many were on target? Just one. How many were in the box? Nil in the box. So that means he's not getting too much in the box. He's just getting a bit deeper. So his XG is now 0.19. Crazy in that game. Yes, you can just say it's a one-off game. Of course, he got a goal, a brilliant goal, a very brilliant goal. Of course, out of the box because we know Fernandes can do that because he is Fernandes. And yeah, but I mean, though this is, I mean, he created, of course, one big chance. And his expected assist is 0.5. So definitely his assist potential is good. Now, of course, giving us 8 points compared to the 13 that Ronaldo gave to managers. I mean, of course, I mean very briefly, Aluvi, do you think we should ship Fernandez out for Ronaldo? Those who still have him and are just like, you know what, I think I should just sacrifice him and just go the other side. I mean, very briefly, do you think we should?
I think both ways, having him or not having him is the best option. Because okay, not having him is actually more better than having him. Because Bruno Fernandes last season really gave managers a lot of points because of the penalties and the free kicks he had. But now since Ronaldo is there, I think Ronaldo will take over the duties of the penalty duties and the free kick duties. So that will really bring the goals that Fernandes is better in scoring down rather than how he was last season. He was the main man, but right now Ronaldo is the main man. So I'd rather that you have Ronaldo because when Man United get a penalty, I think Ronaldo will be the player stepping forward to take it rather than Fernandes. Same as to free kick. So
Yeah.
I really think Bruno Fernandes he won't have as much influence as he had compared to the last season. Because when you see like big players like Pogba who are not seen last season, they are rising. Yeah, so I think it's not worth the amount of money that you need to pay for him to have him. So it's around 12 million pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a player whose influence has dropped
Okay, okay.
compared to the last season. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really think that you go for Ronaldo
yeah.
rather than Bruno because of the set pieces and yeah, the extras, the
Okay.
penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm also just one of those who thinks that Ronaldo is going to take the penalties now from here on because he demands of that. He demands to score the goals and is going to be wanting to fight for that golden boot. Remember, Fernandes scored 18 goals last season and 9 of them were penalties. So that's basically half of his goals being penalties. So definitely, of course, very interesting to look at there. Also, drop us there in the comments and just let us know, should we just continue this journey, just taking off Bruno, let's just ship him out and consider bringing in Ronaldo. Let us know in the comment section. Finally, one thing I noticed over the weekend is Mane was getting so many of the chances. I was actually watching this match with Deno, and I was just jumping up and down. And I'm wondering, why isn't he just converting? Oh, I just assist Salah, because of course he was my captain, Salah. But I'm just wondering, all these chances that Mane got, why is he not? Why is he not putting them away? Of course, he got his 99th goal, right there over the weekend. But his 11.9 m. Of course, Salah is 12.5, I think 12.6 now. And this is the thing, he played 90 minutes. We know that Leeds, yes, got a red card, but this is the thing. Mane had 10 shots, 10 shots in that game. And he had two on target, only two. So he was just missing a lot of this. And of course, he had 8 in the box, 8 shots in the box. So you can just imagine all this. And then big chances that he created, of course, big chances that he had to score goals were 3. So this is actually just opportunity for him to have scored even just a hat trick. His XG is about 1.37, but he only came out of that game with 1 goal and 0 assists. With all the, with of course creating one big chance himself. But this is the thing. He got 8 points in that game. But I want us to also just look at Salah's stats and then just have a short discussion about this. Salah, of course, 12.5 m. 90 minutes he played in that game. He only had 3 shots in that game. 2 on target, 3 in the box. 2 big chances. He had to put them away. But this is the thing. He scored 1 goal. His XG was 0.98. Very, and you can just see the difference in being clinical that he actually had. Out of 3 shots, he had a goal. And of course, he gave the same 8 points that Mane gave in that game. But this is the thing. Would you consider a 11.9 Mane over a 12.5 million Salah, especially because of how clinical Salah we know he is, and but Mane getting all the chances. Do you think he'll come around? Do you think those managers who have him should stick around with him?
I think Salah is the better player of them two because Mane is cold then hot, cold hot, cold hot. He's not that consistent in scoring goals. So I really think Salah is more consistent than Mane. So I really think if you have money, just sacrifice the few extra. The point, it's 0.6 or it's a 0.6.
Yeah, 0.6. Yeah.
Yeah, so just sacrifice the 0.6 and get Salah because Salah is more consistent than Sadio Mane. When you
Yeah.
look at
Yeah.
even the conversion rate, yeah, the expected goals and the shots he had. Yeah, I even watched that game. I even watched that
Yeah.
game. I think
Yeah.
Mane's form. I think Mane's form is dropping. Mane's form is dropping. Since he joined Liverpool, he was at the peak. But right now, I really think that I don't think it's age. Mane is young. I don't know why, but Mane's form is really going down. And yeah, but okay, let's see.
Yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
first unit. So maybe he can deliver in the other coming game weeks. Yeah, so if you have the patience, if you really believe in money, yeah,
Yeah.
then yeah, you can stick with him. But if you really need points and a consistent person, I really think Salah is the person to go for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, very interesting, right there. Of course, one thing I think I still like about Mane is that he never hid in that game. He still picked himself up after missing those chances, and of course, put the goal away. I mean, we just love to just also hear from you right there in the comments. Mane or Salah? Do you think the point six difference is a must? I'm also one of those people who just thought that 12 million that he was given at the beginning. 12 million price tag Mane was given at the beginning of the season was too much and too high for him. But I mean, I may be wrong. I may be wrong. He may prove me wrong, of course, as the season goes along. But yeah, I mean, of course, definitely very interesting conversation right here. I mean, I don't know. Of course, Deno wasn't able to join us today, but we want to just see, I mean, how he performed because, of course, out of all of us, he performed the best. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is have a look at Dinosaurus team and just see how he performed. Big up to you. Deno, of course, played his wild card and had a fantastic team. I was laughing at when he brought in Oba and how Arsenal aren't scoring any goals. Of course, he played his wild card, brought in the likes of Ronaldo, had a triple up on Arsenal, Odegaard, Tini, and Oba. Of course, brought in Jimenez. And of course, Salah as well. He maintained him right there and had Shaw. But interestingly, he took Trent out and brought in Robo. So I mean, very interesting team. He captained Oba. Yeah, he if he was in the show, I'm sure he would have told us that he took the captain armband off Roro just
Man,
last minute.
luck,
Yeah.
luck. Ah,
Others would have left us by far, but anyways, but yeah, he had a very good game week as well. Big up to you, Deno. Of course, we'll have him over in the next show. Yeah, but I mean, of course, we won't talk too much about his team. I mean, it's been good. It's been good. Of course, discussing this review show with you, Aluvi. I mean, any final thoughts from you?
yeah, it's a good discussion. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed being with Abale. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for the invitation, and yeah, I hope to come more and more.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good. We also look forward to having you more and more. Thank you so much for you who has stayed this far. Of course, 42 minutes into the video, and it has just been a very interesting conversation. Of course, a lot of things to look forward to. We look forward to the preview show for Game Week 5. Of course, Game Week 5. Of course, we're still moving on. Have you joined the FFZ League, the mini league? The code is in the description. Come, let's compete and let's see who is going to come out on top. Of course, I mean, if you're new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this content and like what we do here, please drop a thumbs up. We'll truly, truly appreciate. And please engage us on our social media platforms at official FF Zone on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. And we'd love to just hear from you. We still keep on saying, if you want to just join us on the show, please reach out to us via any of our social media platforms, and we will be glad to also just get in touch with you and see how you can come onto the show. This has been Ice from the Fantasy Football Zone, the ideal guy here, and peace. See you in the next one.